right, so let's talk about digital marketing and how actually that whole system of digital marketing works. We hear about things like email lists and websites and social media and all of those things that we do online. Let's talk about how they all work together. So, first thing, I just mentioned a couple of those traffic sources. Think about all the ways that you advertise your business, all the ways you market your business, all the ways you get your name out there about what you're doing and who you're serving. We're talking about networking groups, we're talking about TV ads, podcast, direct mail, speaking events, sponsorships, business directories, magazines, billboards, newspapers, paid ads, books, all of those fun things that are out there that are ways and means that we can let people know about our businesses and what we do. So we're going to think of those as little droplets, drops of water in our dropper. So keep that in mind for just a second. Now we're going to go into strategy. When we look at and we just focus at the online piece of that, we're going to see how all of these things work together. So if you look at the lines here on the screen, you can see how our website, our business website is going to be our hub for all of this information. Our goal is to drive people to our website. Why? Because our website is going to be where we have the most complete and detailed information about our business, about who we are, what problem we solve for the customer, and how they can do business with us and how to get a hold of us. Everything is going to feed into that website. So that's why it is so important to have a website. Um, we're small businesses, we're starting up. We don't always have large marketing budgets. So, one of the fastest, easiest ways to get your business out there is to get in front of people. And to do that is usually in networking groups. So, if you just Google networking groups in your area for small businesses, you'll have things come up like, Master Networks or Chamber of Commerce or all of those places where groups of small business owners in your community usually meet up on a regular basis and talk with each other about their businesses. And then again, do pass referrals back and forth. We need to have a place to send them. We need to have a place online to send them because everything is online. So we need a website again, because that's where all of our information is. It's where your phone number is, it's where your email address is, it's where your address is. If you have an office that someone can come into, it's how people are going to learn how to do business with you. Next on the priority list we need to do is an email list. Why? Because an email list is so incredibly important to your business. It is your direct line to your clients. It does not perform on an algorithm, so you're not at the mercy of another platform as to whether you own your audience or not. Once you collect email addresses, they are yours. You have them. People have opted into your list. You can communicate with them directly however you want to, which makes email marketing one of the most cost-effective ways to market your business because it doesn't usually cost very much for an email marketing platform. And again, you can communicate with that warm market on a regular basis. Social media is going to be the next tool that we use. And you'll see again on this diagram, the social media, it's going to feed back to the email list and it's going to feed back to that website. So that's where we're feeding people. When we do networking events, you'll see where people are going to get your business card, or either your physical card or your digital card, or however you want to do that. But they're going to get your information, and the things they're going to do when they get home are going to look at your website and look at your social media accounts. And hopefully they follow you on your social media accounts so that they can stay up to date with what's going on in your business. Our social media accounts are going to, again, drive traffic back to that email list so that we have an effective way to stay top of mind with our clients, and we're going to drive them to that website because again, what can you share with other people when I want to give you a referral? It's the website of your business. Next, we're going to really make that website work for us with SEO. And SEO means search engine optimization. And that is the way that the search engines like Google, Bing, Yahoo, DuckDuckGo, Yandex, all of those guys. When someone types in a question or types in some keywords, it's what makes those search engines find your website, hopefully, and for you to come up on that first page in order to be able to provide an answer to that question. Now, there's lots of things that go into SEO. That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother time, but it's important because your website needs to be easily found on the internet. So if I meet you at a networking meeting and, oh, forgot my cards. Oh my gosh, I don't have a business card. Check out my website. It's blueboxdigital.com. When they go home and Google Blue Box Digital, I want them to be able to have for my website link to pull up on that first page of that Google listing. Blogs are one way that we educate our audience, and it also helps us get those keywords out there. Because if I met someone at that networking event and they said, "Oh gosh, I remember her name was Melissa. It had something to do with blue, but I cannot remember the name of her business." So maybe they type in Melissa Blue Marketing. So we want those keywords out there on our website that helps, again, bring those search engines to us so it can deliver, hopefully, the list of businesses in our area, because they're probably going to be someone local if we met them at a networking event, that so they can find our website. And then paid ads is just kind of how we turn up the volume on everything. So in a nutshell, that's how all of that works, and it works together. And that's why you need all of those things on that list. That is your strategy so that it all feeds into each other and it's all circular and it's all driving traffic to your business. Now, let's talk about what happens when clients get that information and how we get clients into our marketing funnel. Marketing funnels have been around, well, ever since marketing has, like forever. So, a marketing funnel is how a client or a customer moves through your business or sales process in order to become a client. So, let's review that real quick. So remember those little droppers we had, all those sources? Yeah, all of those are ways we're going to get in front of people so that they can be aware of your business. Um, they can't do business with you if they don't know you exist. So we use all of those media sources in order to get our name out there. So we're going to think of those as our droplets. So those are all of our droplets going in to our marketing funnel. So the first level of the marketing funnel is awareness. People got to know who you are. Then they're going to move into a consideration stage. They're going to see what problem you can solve for them. Do they need your business? Conversion is where they actually take an action. And then loyalty is where we hope they become loyal clients. Our goal, of course, is to get people into that loyal client bucket. So this demonstrates a little more of some of that. Again, think about those droppers. So your website is a dropper. Your social media accounts, each of those are droppers. Your email list is a dropper. Your SEO, your technical on page and blogs, all of that, each one of those is a dropper. The networking you do, in person, meeting people is a dropper. And any online paid advertisement that you do is a dropper that goes into your networking, or I'm sorry, into your marketing funnel. And if you do any other advertising, say you do a sponsorship for a local little league team, that's a dropper into your marketing funnel. If you do a magazine ad, that's a dropper into your marketing funnel. So think of all those sources as to getting people in there. Okay, again, that top level is awareness. That's usually a cold audience. We don't have a connection with them yet. So there are people who don't know who you are, they've never heard of you, or maybe you just met them. And then we want to move them down into the consideration where we're going to consider that a warm market. They want to get to know you, want to learn more about your business. Again, see if you can solve a problem for them. That conversion level, that's a hot market. Those are people that are ready to buy. And then loyalty and clients, that's people who know, like, and trust you because they are the ones that are going to do business with you. They are going to refer business to you, and they are going to do repeat business with you as well. So that's how we want everyone to flow through our business and sales process to get into that client bucket. The most important piece of information we need to start any of this is for you to know who your audience is. We have to know who we're talking to. We have to know your target. Where do they live? What do they do? What do they think about? What problems they have? All of those things. If you want more information on how to figure out who your target market is, there's resources on my website or in my online academy. There are resources in those mini marketing courses as well to figuring out your target audience. So next, let's go into, okay, we understand all of those levels now and how we're going to get people into them, but what do we do with them in each of those stages? Like, how do we get them there and how do we get them to move from one stage to the next? So, in our awareness stage, that's where we're introducing our brand to people. We're going to use things like lead magnets. What's a lead magnet? It's that little pop-up thing that comes up on your website that offers you a coupon code on your first order, or that offers you the free ebook that explains why you do what you do. Um, Paid ads, paid online ads, like your Facebook ads, Google ads, those are going to get people into that awareness level of our funnel. Speaking engagements, networking, again, getting to know people. Maybe you get invited to be a guest on a podcast. Those freebie things, search engine optimization, those are the things we're going to do in order to create the introduction to your brand out there to all these new people. Consideration stage, how are we moving them down? Well, once we get them into one of these things, remember that lead magnet or the paid ads is going to get them on our email list. So when we get them on our email list, we can send them a welcome email. We can send them newsletters. We can send them promotional emails. We can let them know about case studies of how things work in our business and how we help our clients get success. We can invite them to webinars. We can educate them with blog type information that we have on our website. And then also, again, asking them to follow us and like us on our social media channels so we can begin to nurture that relationship and teach them about our business and the problems that we solve for them. Next is that conversion stage where they're going to take action. That's when you book the discovery call. They fill out the contact form. Maybe you have a free trial for your product or service. You engage them in a live chat on your website if you have one of those little chat bubbles on your website, or if you have an e-commerce site, maybe you have an abandoned cart automation going on. That's when someone came to your website. They were shopping, they put something into their shopping cart, and then they didn't follow through with checking out. Those are fantastic clients to go back and re-engage with, right? Try to get them to remember to go back and check out and purchase the item that they had selected because you never know what happened. They could have been shopping on their phone and I don't know, the dog started barking because the doorbell rang and they had to jump up real quick and talk to the neighbor that rang the doorbell and then they forgot what they were doing and they didn't go back and check out on the website, right? But if you have the abandoned cart automation set up and you are retargeting some of that, you can sometimes put ads back in their social media feeds to remind them of what they were shopping for. Or depending on how far they got in the checkout process, you might even have an email address at that time where you can send them an email that says, "Hey, don't forget, you forgot to check out over here. We're ready to package up your item and deliver it to you. So maybe you can have it tomorrow. Don't forget about free shipping." Go ahead and finish that checkout process. Um, and then down into that loyalty bucket where they've actually bought something from you. So that's when we're going to ask clients, how was your experience with us? Did we solve your problem? Did we provide good customer service? In that stage, we're going to hope that they buy from us again and do business with us again. We're going to ask for a review, like a Google review or even a Facebook review so that others can see we provided a good service and delivered what we had intended to our customers. And then, ask them to, uh, you know, share coupons and maybe even have a rewards or referral program for those clients as well. Again, to help them they become our salespeople. So if they go out and also tell their friends about what a great product or a great service that you provided to them, then there's your on the ground sales team again, rinsing and repeating and bringing others back into the top of that funnel. So This is an interesting prompt that I asked ChatGPT, and I asked it the very simple prompt at the top: how long does it take the average human to start trusting someone they just met? Because in business, we have to build trust with clients. It's all about building trust. No one's going to give you money if they don't trust you, right? If you go to a website that looks a little shady, you're not going to enter your credit card number in. If you meet someone on the street, if I just walked up to you and said, "Hi, my name's Melissa, give me $5,000 and I'm going to do this great thing for you," you'd be like, "What? What is she trying to scam me out of?" We've got to build trust. And the higher price tag your item has, the more trust you have to build before people will engage with you. So I thought this was very interesting. The information that I got back, and again, goes along that same lines. So that you guys understand. I know marketing people get a bad rap sometimes of, oh, they just take my money and nothing happens. But often the case is we don't give it enough time because we didn't establish enough of a repertoire and enough of a level of trust with our customers in order for them to engage and do business with us. So the last bullet point here, deep trust, building that strong emotional trust, going to be close friendships or again, business partnerships usually takes several months to a year, several months to years. Sorry, there's an S on that. Depending on the the experiences the other person has had before can, be a variable in that. So things that we can do to accelerate that: transparency, active listening, reliability, showing genuine interest in the other person. Again, think back to some of those marketing materials we're going to provide. We are going to educate our client. We're going to listen to them. We're going to be consistent in our communication with them. So we're going to be consistently sending them emails. We're going to be consistently posting on our social media channels. We're going to be consistently posting our blogs and educational material to our website so that they can see we are a business that can be trusted. So here's a case study about organic digital marketing that I've done with a client of mine. This client has, I've worked with her for a long time, but before working with us, this client faced several challenges. They did not have very much online visibility or engagement. There was a website, but that was about it. There was no structured follow-up system for clients that encouraged repeat business or to check up with them. I know you've probably heard the fortunes in the follow-up, right? That's even with your existing clients, not just new leads. You need to continually check in with your clients to see what else you can do to help them. Uh, she had limited use of digital marketing tools beyond just, again, like I said, the basic website. And I think there, yeah, in the beginning, I think there was maybe just a Facebook page, but it was not being utilized regularly. And then difficulty in collecting and leveraging client reviews. Uh, had a very hard time getting those. We started from zero on those. So here was our strategy, and this is what we did. We started a monthly newsletter. And that newsletter was the email list started out with a list of current clients. And then we used some of the other methods that I talked about earlier, such as lead magnets and things to start growing and building on that email list. We use social media to grow, again, that audience and use that awareness level out there. But then it also helped to educate and nurture our current audience, created those automated follow-ups so that after clients had done business with this particular client, then we also encouraged repeat business. Implemented that Google review strategy where you have to ask for a review. People don't typically just leave reviews without a business actually actively asking for one. So we created an automation process where at a certain point in her process and in that sales funnel, then we asked for that review, and we started getting more and more people coming back saying, yes, yes, I love what you've done for me. Yes, I'd be happy to give you a review. We launched a YouTube channel again to establish expertise in the client's industry so that we could educate the client. Notice I'm saying educate the client a lot because that really is our job. It's our job to educate our client and our customers on our business. It's not their job to go figure out what we do. It's our job to be constantly reminding them and telling them what problem we can solve for them. And then our short form video came with that. So we could do reels and stories and TikToks and all of those short form vertical videos that you see out there. But then we also on the YouTube channel had the longer form videos where it was a more intimate, more engaged, longer video that people could, really kind of dive deep into some of their information. And then, of course, optimizing the website for search engines and then creating that blog content as well so that we're again constantly feeding that search engine machine. So, what's happened since we did all that? It's been really fun. We've seen consistent growth. This client now gets 3 to 4 new clients a week in their business. It's pretty steady and predictable for quite some time. We've been working on this for a year to 2 years, again, to build this steady 3 to 4 clients a week. And we have held steady at that 4 client a week mark for a good 8 months now at this point. We've gotten higher engagement on our social media that didn't necessarily, when we say engagement on social media, sometimes people think, oh, likes, shares, comments. Yes, that's engagement on social media. But what we found with this particular client, we didn't necessarily get a lot of likes, shares, and comments. But what we did see was an increase in appointments being made. So, and then in those appointments, we would hear clients give us feedback saying, "Oh, yes, I follow you on social media. You talked about da 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 da. Da. I want to know more about that, or how can you help me with that?" So we saw the engagement actually in the appointment bookings, not necessarily the likes, follows, shares. Lots of positive reviews. We got, I think we're up, started from zero, and I think after less than a year, maybe right at a year, we've almost got 50 reviews for this particular client. And in this industry, it's a little more difficult to get reviews because of the nature of the business, because it can be some personal information. So getting to those reviews has been quite the challenge, and I'm really proud of the fact that we are almost at 50 for her, and I'm pretty sure it's less than a year. So that's been really exciting. And we've expanded the visibility. So the YouTube channel again is just growing, and we get more views, every month on that. Better videos that we posted back when we first started this process a year and a half to 2 years ago that are still getting traction, and those videos are still working for us. So think in funnels. We need to set goals because goals are important, and we need to know the difference between a business goal and a marketing goal. A business goal is when we say we want to grow our revenue, our annual revenues by 10%. Okay, that's a big umbrella. That's a pretty broad statement. But when we say marketing goals, I'm talking about the things we're going to do marketing wise to actually help achieve that business goal. So like growing your email list by 10% this year. That's a specific marketing goal. You guys have all heard about SMART goals and how to be specific, measurable, attainable, and time sensitive. You can look up SMART goals if you want more information on that, but I feel like every business owner has heard of SMART goals over and over and over. But and then being consistent, like I mentioned before, your customer wants to know that you are a business they can trust and that you are there every day working for them and trying to educate them and being a reliable source of information. So that means wherever you are, just start somewhere, and be consistent on your social media accounts. Be consistent on your emails to your clients. Be consistent on your video content. Be sure you attend some networking events in your area so that you can get to know other businesses. Track your data. Whatever you want to measure, think about what you want to measure, think about what your goals are, make a spreadsheet of it, and just track it month by month. Um, Once in the beginning, you may need to track quarter by quarter because you're not seeing things happen super quickly because again, we're going to go back to that quote that we had a minute ago. It takes time to build trust. But as you start establishing that trust and getting that information out there, then you're going to see that snowball start to pick up and gain traction. So track your data so you can see that growth. And then again, be realistic. Now, we just talked about this client with this organic growth. No one builds a business overnight, right? A business worth having overnight, and that sustains and lasts through all the ups and downs. So give yourself time, give yourself patience, and the most important thing you can do is learn your audience and what they want. I just brought this around as my last slide for this video so that we could remember what it means for people to do business with us. They have to know, like, and trust us. And that is a process and it takes time. So don't give up on your marketing goals and know that in order to achieve your marketing goals, you have to be consistent. You have to give it time. You have to have some patience. But most importantly, I want you to think about your funnels. I want you to think about your strategy. I'll go back to that slide. Yeah, I'll go back to this slide right here. Think about your traffic sources. So this is your strategy over here and how all of this is going to work together. So we can't just rely on social media and think that's all we've got to worry about is social media and that's it because it's not going to cut it. You're going to be disappointed and it's going to take you a really long time to build your audience if you're only relying on one of these sources. If you're only relying on a website and SEO, that's a slow game too going to take a long time for you to get that audience. So putting all of these strategies into place so that they can all work together and they can all feed on each other and they can all build upon each other is where you're going to get the best results, the most consistent results, and the most bang for your buck, really. So be thinking about your strategy and your traffic sources and then getting people into this funnel and how we're going to engage them, how we're going to educate them, and how we're going to do business with them, and then how we're going to take care of them so that they are loyal clients that go out and share your business with everyone else. I really hope this helps you understand digital marketing and the strategies and the plans that we put in place for our clients to help them grow their businesses.